What's crackalackin' everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Hashtag It's a Top 10 video. Oh my gosh, I can't even remember the last time we did top 10 videos. I'm actually super pumped up to do this one, and today we're gonna do it with a bit of a twist. I'm gonna do every single top 10 different item or different thing, whatever it is, in a different location. Now that's gonna be absolutely impossible, I know, but we're gonna give it a go. We're gonna see how this works, and hopefully you guys can stick around right to the end, find out what the number one most weirdest Pokemon product ever sold in the entire world is, which I've scoured some pretty dodgy sites doing this one. But it's all in the name of a top 10 video here, so without further ado, I'm super pumped up to get into this one. Hopefully you guys are super pumped up. Without further ado though, let's crack it up. Number 10, let's do this thing. I don't know how many of you guys go to those markets on Saturdays or on the weekends. I think your parents mainly go to those things, and you go along with them, but I've seen this right at the back. They've always got the weirdest sort of stuff. They've got an array of paintings, array of different gardening utensils, but then there's always that one creepy painting stand. You got no idea what the paintings mean, but they're just sort of there. There's a new trend taking off. People actually photoshopping real life animals like cats, dogs, or cows, or whatever, I don't know, foxes. What they do is take that real life animal and they turn it into a flipping Pokemon. So it's the craziest thing ever. I'm not sure whether I'm really creeped out by it or if I'm absolutely amazed by it. And believe it or not, I actually remember going to Melbourne, I think it was a couple months ago. I saw this. I actually saw a couple of these paintings hanging up. I was gonna buy one, but I'm like, I don't need it. A lot of these times, if in doubt, go without. But yeah, there was actually a thing, and I could not believe they actually sold those. They weren't expensive at all. It's pretty much just photoshopping. They put it on a canvas. It's the weirdest thing ever, but that somehow exists now. Number 9. Oh jeez, you gotta stop creeping up me. That's ridiculous. Oh yeah, there's nothing in there. That sort of gave it away. But next up on this list, coming in at number 9, is actually something your grandma probably collects. If you go to your grandma's house, I guess if you get a more of an older person's house, because it's more of an old person thing, it's Porcelain Dolls. Now if you don't know what porcelain is, it's pretty much what mugs are made of right here, but they're made into figures. Now I know what you're thinking, Ando, that sounds very fancy. I can't see how that could ever go bad. Why is that under the creepiest, weirdest Pokemon product ever? Let's just say, when it's not made by Pokemon, or if it's not made by a fancy jeweler, it turns out absolutely terrifying. Arceus is not the only one that's fallen victim to the bad porcelain sort of modelling and sold in the markets. There's actually quite a few different ones, but on the other hand, on the same token, I will say there's some really cool pure gold or really fancy Pokemon products you can get in porcelain. A majority of them, if I can afford them or if you can afford them in our price range, they're probably not going to look that good, but the really expensive ones, they look fantastic. But yeah dude, that was only the tip of the iceberg as far as creepiness goes. That was my number 9. Number 8. So coming in next is the famous and infamous brand twisters. If you don't know what they are, it's where they take two really prominent brands that they know sell really well, e.g. Homer Simpson off The Simpsons and Pikachu off Pokemon. And then they merge them together like some crazy Frankenstein scientist or something, and it somehow turns into a Pokemon product. I'm pretty sure the only resemblance between Homer and Pikachu is they're yellow. Somehow that's turned into a really marketable item on the old Pokemon black market as Homer Pikachu socks. I think they've got bags and everything to do with that. I've got no idea why that's even a thing, but somehow the cross-branded market really took off, and they've actually got, I think it's SpongeBob and Pikachu ones as well, as a pin. SpongeBob and Pikachu, the yellow is the only thing that... The thing as bad as these products are, they actually sell for a reasonable amount on eBay because they get taken down so quickly because of copyright or whatever. So if you see one, it probably would pay to pick it up, even though it's absolutely terrible. They actually sell for quite a bit. It's pretty funny. But yeah, that's number 8. Number 7. So next up here is actually probably the most real life, probably the most real looking Pokemon product you'll ever see in the markets. When you walk down, you know that that's not made by Pokemon, but it looks so ridiculous like Pokemon. You're I'm gonna pick that up because it's cheap and it kind of looks like Pokemon. No one will be able to tell the difference. I think that's the point where those manufacturers are always we don't even care if our pants gonna get suited off by Pokemon. We'll just sell it looking like the actual Pokemon. But then they're hang on, maybe we don't want our pantsuit off. And what's actually super duper weird about this is they changed the name to some super duper odd stuff. It starts off with the harmless Pokemans. A lot of people call me Pokemon guy. I know, a lot of people say Pokemans, even when they mean Pokemon. But then it kind of escalates. Oh my gee whiz. What the flippin' mac and cheese and meatballs my pants is at? I've got no idea. But that is just some odd stuff. Number 6. Oh my gosh, dude, nothing better than making a pizza that's already made for you. Don't have to make it, it's great. Next up on this list, it's actually something you guys probably are quite familiar with after I did my endo tries on it. It's none other than Pokemon food. No, that's not a Pokemon, that's just Cocoa Pop. It's an example, oh jeez. And believe it or not, back in the day when Pokemon was super duper popular, they actually marketed every single Pokemon brand out to America, where they made Pokemon soups, Pokemon flippin' snacks. And you might be thinking, Ando, I've been to my local supermarket, I did the shopping once, and I've seen nothing to do with Pokemon there. Well, believe it or not, at the moment on eBay, there's actually a Pokemon cereal box all the way from back in, I think it's 2000, it's way back then, like 2002, 2001. It's actually like a sealed flippin' cereal box, and it's on eBay with the same cereal from back in the day inside of it. I got no idea why you kind of want to buy it, but oh my gosh, the packaging was so spot on. It has like Pokemon logo right where the Kogi Pops thing is. It says Pokemon in like reflective outfall packaging. I kind of wish they brought back Pokemon cereal, so let's get it going. Hashtag bring back Pokemon cereal 2015. Let's get that thing going. Number 5, you can't see me? Oh, where is it? Where is it? Oh my gosh. Yeah, so, well, we're meant to be filming to... You didn't tell me this. Alright, I'll find, alright. Oh yeah, sorry, I'm still waking up. I was having a great sleep on my Pokemon plush. Now, for those who don't know, which was actually me before I researched this, our Pokemon plush is actually one of the highest selling things behind the TCG and the video games. I was thinking to myself, how is that even possible? The Pokemon plushes, I couldn't see them being really high selling, but then if you actually go look them up on the official Pokemon website, oh my gosh, I was so tempted to buy every single evolution. They're so cute, they're so amazing, they're only like 20 bucks or something. And then you can get like these super duper rare ones, like a red Gyarados which goes for 200 bucks, a gold Snorlax goes for like 350. It's absolutely crazy, it's super collectible. I kind of want to buy one, but I kind of don't at the same time, if you know what I mean. You know, with everything really successful, there always comes like a really big imitation, and oh my gosh, this is actually one I always see at craft markets or like old grandma sort of markets I go to sometimes. Which I mean, hey, there's lots of tender love and care that goes into it, but at the same time it kind of ranges from, yeah, I can kind of see that. Holy flippin' moly, ravioli, get that thing away from me. Oh my gosh, it's a possessed zombie demon. What the flippin' heck is that? Like, I know they're Mewo and everything, but seriously, if you're gonna buy a Pokemon plush, I'm just gonna say buy it off eBay or buy it off like an official Pokemon dealer, because oh my gosh, some of them I swear are possessed by zombie demons. Number 4, ching, it's like the X-Men Wolverine claws. What? So just like the Pokemon plushes, Poke Figurines, which are like these bad boys right here, they're actually like the highest selling Pokemon product as well. And oh my gosh, you know who else loves them just as much as the kids these days? It's the flipping imitation companies. The figurines have always been that thing that third-party companies always try to cash in, always try to copy, but I don't know why, but with Pokemon they've sort of gone to the really obscure, like weird stuff. For example, there's a nice little Pikachu, it's all normal, it's all everything, but when you squeeze it, his flipping eyeballs pop out of his head. That is not normal, that is not something that everyone needs, but I'm sure if I saw it I might actually buy it because it kind of looks like fun. But then there's those products where the kids got their hands on like a new 3D printer, thought they'd start their own figurine business, and they've printed out like a duck crossed with a Misty. It's the creepiest thing ever. And if you thought that was absolutely terrifying and that was bad, wait till you see the constipated weasel that has been sold really high quantity. I don't know whether that's funny or really sad or terrifying, I don't even know my emotions, but that thing looks like it needs to go to the toilet and needs to go pretty fast, but at the same time looks so terrifying. If you saw that in the toilet, you'd literally poop your pants right away. Number 3. Oui, no, that's French, I was doing Italian, oh my gosh. So obviously guys, the on this list, it obviously has to contain the imitation Pokemon cards. They're literally everywhere and they can be really creepy or really funny at the same time, and while this angle looks like I haven't been outside in 20 years, I apologise, I swear I've been outside. Yeah, there's like a massive bit of light coming in there, massive bit of light coming in there, it's sort of gone into my face, and now I look like a very untasty vanilla marshmallow. Obviously I had to have the fake TCG on this list because like, oh my gosh, every single market, every single card boot sale I go to, there's always the fake TCG cards. Some are easier to tell than others that they're obviously fake. I mean, it's the HP, the attacks, or even just the name or the picture sometimes get really hashtag cray pretty fast. But while I was doing my research for this top 10 video, I actually found out there's a super duper popular third-party black market set that's been selling really well. It's none other than the third-party edition of Legendary Treasures, but for some reason, on the black market, there's this set right here that's been selling like crazy. I mean, holy flippin' moly, I sort of don't blame them for buying it because it's a whole new sort of array of Pokemon. There's a magical unicorn that's with gold armor and got a rainbow behind him. Who doesn't want to buy that? I mean, flipping My Little Pony isn't even that creative. They've just got Sparkles the unicorn, I don't even know. Then there's some of the Pokemon I can kind of see being a Pokemon, like the Heracross look like he's been to gym one too many times, drank the protein shakes. But all in all, I thought I'd put this in here just like, even if it's not super duper creepy, it's more of a PSA to do not buy this set. For some reason, it's making a fair bit of money, which is really, really weird. But yeah, that's the most popular TCG set on the black market, which is the weirdest thing ever. Oh my gosh, I'm still getting over that unicorn. Do it! Cosplaying at conventions is always like a real gamble. You could either walk around looking like the absolute most sexiest Brad Pitt looking dude ever, or it could actually take a turn for the worst, where you sort of cross this line where you're not actually dressing up as a trainer, the human version. You're trying to dress up as a Pokemon, which can sometimes, I really stress sometimes, work, but other times it just kind of looks like this. When you actually Google bad cosplay, you actually get a whole bunch of different results. But I really don't want to go too in depth with this. I know it's a really bad thing, it can look super duper creepy if you want to Google it, but I really don't want to like bag on people's hard work, so I know it takes a lot of effort to make a costume. So I'm just going to put it out there, bad cosplaying is definitely one of the creepiest costumes you can ever buy. I've got a costume shop down the road, and they sell the weirdest Pokemon stuff you've ever seen in your life. Like a Pikachu, I think, is possessed by a demon is sold there as a onesie. That's just, nah, that's not on. Holy flippin' moly, guys, you made it to the #1 spot. Oh my gosh, make sure your seatbelts are done up. Make sure you get your hard hat on, because you could crash. By hard hat, I mean the helmet thing you wear when you ride your bike. But we're at the #1 spot. Without further ado, enjoy. So guys, here at the #1 spot, it's something that I don't think any of you would absolutely guess is at the #1 spot, but how many of you guys remember back in like, I think it was around 2003-ish, Pokemon was actually that poppin' and really popular over in Japan. They actually opened up a Pokemon-themed Pokepark. A really poppin' theme park with all the rides and Pokemon theme. It was the coolest thing ever, but they've never actually done another theme park, because Pokemon's never been at its prime. I think it's coming back up to its prime, but it's never been at like that peak period. But ever since then, a couple of cunning people have been like, if that was popular, surely there are a few people like here and there that would still want to ride on a Pikachu. Do you ever have that urge sometimes where you just want to ride a Pikachu? Me neither, but apparently that's a thing. Pretty much enough people had the urge, and what happened? Around different shopping centres, you might actually have this at your local mall. You can definitely leave a comment in the comment section below. At your local mall, go have a look. They've actually brought in ride on Pikachus. Like where you put the 20 cents in, you have a ride on Pikachu, but to avoid copyright, they're not actually like shaped as a Pikachu. They're shaped as an evil demon monster. So you're telling me the aim of that thing is for kids to sit there, pay money to have a ride in that? I just look at it and want a restraining order. Gee flippin' whiz, guys, I've got no idea why that's even a thing. You can definitely leave a comment in the comment section below. Would you ride in that evil looking Pikachu? I can't even look at it for too long without like having nightmares about it. I'm probably gonna not sleep tonight. Thank you guys, I'm going to end the episode there before we all have a heart attack and run off in the opposite direction. Thank you so much for watching this entire way through. Let me know what you thought in the comment section below. Do you want more top 10s? Thank you so much again, but most of what is in this thing, guys, what do you do? Have a fantastic day, have a fantastic week, and most of all, keep on gaming. See you then, guys.